Let's just do a little bit of thing before we going to do figure of 8. So stand up with feet parallel, bring your weight to the right foot, and then to the left foot. To the right, to the left. To the right, to the left. Now this time as you bring your weight to the right, bring it to the outside of your right foot. So you feel most of your weight is gone to the right side of your right foot, and then to the left, external, this part, yeah? External part of your left foot, external part of your right foot. To get yourself into your body. So you're doing this mindfully, rather than being habitual doing it. So come to the left foot, pick up. Come to the right foot, pick up. You don't have to go that far up. I just want you to get used to this movement. To the right. Good. Put your right foot forward, start wiggling. Letting go, opening out the air. So heel is off the floor, so you're basically rotating around your toes. And knees and toes moving together. Put your foot behind you, do the same there. Good. Feet parallel, toes and heels. And bring your arms in, so you swing back and forth. And you're mindful not to fall forward or back. So I'm folding from here, I'm leaning back without breaking my back. Good. Feet parallel, bring your toes in slightly. So here we go. Constant bear. I did send you a film about the constant bear, I think. Henry and I, we recorded about 5 or 6 of them. And they will come to you every week. I know if I send them all, you probably don't have time to look at all of them, especially with Christmas coming. So it's every week we send one. If you get a chance to go through it, that will be good. And of course, they go to the archive. So arms are relaxed. Absolutely no juice in the arms. These only turns because you turn your waist. In a moment, we're going to do figure of 8, but I'm going to assign you different parts of it. So in every individual, for instance, Margot, if I ask you to do this, Caroline, if I ask you to do that, and we all follow you. Now, ready? You notice the sound changes as I move from one exercise to another. Turning on our toes. And push the left foot to the ground, the inside of the left foot to the right, set the right hand forward. And remember, you're turning your waist, your rib cage. So you can keep your hip as steady as possible. Just the waist. See, reach out, stand, expand, pull the fascia, open up the joints. On a second thought, probably is the best thing if I do the figure of 8 myself, because I'm a bit concerned about this falling into this trap we fell last time on Monday class, and I couldn't see me. So now we are starting this thing, I'll go through it myself. Sorry about that. Good. Right foot forward, writing the number 8 on the floor. Let's first start with one hand. So you have your grass skirt on. The weight is moving from the right foot to the left foot, the left foot to the right foot. It's driven by your by your hip, by your waist. Now bring both arms in there. Today we're going to spend a bit more time on a spiral part of it when we're doing the form. So here I throw my hip out, and here I throw my hip out. So I'm doing this quite deliberately. Establish your spirals in your body. And the other foot forward. Let's start with one hand first. Write the number 8 on the floor. Now become aware of your sacrum. And you notice as you're doing this, it looks like the number 8 is going between your leg, coming out, going between your leg, coming out. And the sacrum has got this figure of 8 movement in it. Now both hands. So this is like a sleeping figure of 8. You're writing on the floor the number 8. Just be mindful that your waist is doing this movement. Now pay attention to the sole of your feet. See how you feel there. In fact, the figure of 8 is now being writing inside your shoes or your feet. It's going to the inside and outside. Good. Right foot forward. With your right hand, you're now doing the standing figure of 8. So bottom loop, top loop. Pay attention to your thumb and your pinkies. See where you use them. These are driven by my thumb, the top loop, and the bottom loop is driven by my pinkies. And you know the association, thumb is open up your front heart, and pinkies open up your back heart. And don't forget your waist still turning, your hip is still turning. Bottom loop, top loop. Bottom loop, top loop. I tend to not to bring the second hand here because this is complicated as it is without making it more complicated for now. Just one hand for now. So, but pay attention to your thumb, pay attention to your pinkies. Pay attention to the meeting point where the top loop meets the bottom loop. Pay attention to the figure of 8 is going between your leg and coming out. So that's number 2. The other hand, bottom loop, top loop. And when you come to top loop, it looks like that you're throwing something over your shoulder. Don't forget, it's not the arms, it's the whole body. Dr. John Kells went into retirement for some while. He took no students. And basically he was working on these. When he came out, he He had no interest in teaching forms or whatever. He was interested in what he was teaching, which was this. Okay, feet parallel. So it's like the back of the hand. And you notice that you bring your back of the hand together. See how your back opens up. Yeah? And then here, how your chest opens up. And you're still doing this figure of 8 in here as well. Don't forget that. So it's not only moving your arms about, it's about feeling the weight moving from one foot to another. Bottom loop, top loop. And again, pay attention. Thumbs, pinkies. Thumbs open up the front part. Pinkies open up the back. And you know the association. The front heart is associated with love and tender for everybody. And back heart is your protection, your angel wings that comes in and covers you and protects you. I know your arms getting tired. Okay, just have a rest here for a moment. Just have a rest. And we go to bed, we're going to go back to it again. Do something different, we change. So ankle, knees, hips, shoulders, elbows and wrists. Good. And then we go to feet parallel, right foot slightly forward. You make a big circle on your side. So this coming to you, the circle, as you go, as you bring your arms forward, you go forward, you bring your arms back, you go back. So get used to this motion. So like you have the big wheels on either side of you. And now we're doing the top loop. We go away from our body. So the top loop, going away. Now if you combine them, the bottom loop, the top loop, the bottom loop, the top loop. You can only achieve that if you take your weight forward and back. Otherwise, it will be confusion. You can change your foot, of course, the bottom loop and the top loop. Bottom loop. And here comes to standstill, goes back. Top loop. Bottom loop, top loop. Bottom loop, top loop. We can do the feet parallel. Bottom loop, top loop. And then we go to the both hands doing figure of 8. So yeah, it becomes only 5 little exercises. And then you can even walk with it. So here. If I want to exaggerate my walking can be a figure of 8 as well. So it would be, so you coordinate it by me turning my waist. I'll leave that to you to experiment a bit. Carry on. So you can combine that with your stepping and turning your waist, or turning your waist and stepping. Yeah. Yeah. I'm also exaggerating for you. And now we go, we're going to really exaggerate, shifting the weight from one foot to another. I want you to become comfortable with this. I don't want you to think about it. This is a bottom loop. This is a top loop. No, just be comfortable. Allow the body to move around. Exaggerating again. Picking up from the ground, picking up from the earth, picking up from the heaven. You can play with this word and make it work in your body. So establishing this spirals, this figure of it in your body. So somebody pushes you here, you immediately yield and give back with the other hand. There's something else you can do, which I haven't done, I think, before, but is this feet as well. So you're doing this, standing on one foot, you're doing figure of 8 with one hand. Let's see, be careful you don't fall, of course. So it's 1 foot off the floor, and the hip is doing this figure of 8. Let me just come back so you can see me. If you fall, just put your foot down. But the idea is that you do this movement on 1 foot. If you find it difficult, put your finger on the wall to start off, and then take the finger off. And then try the other way. Right foot. What happened to you? You all disappeared. Oh, you're not on the floor. Are you okay? Everything's okay? Good. Shoulders. And in reverse. And then turn your head to the right and to the left. Not by force, but just take it to the right and see how far you can go. And you pause there. As you hold this, you find this thing pulling and stretching, opening up. Keep your body upright. You've been now spending a lot of time at home. Invariably, we spend more time on a computer, and invariably, we're compromising our postures. Good. Good. You just do a couple more things. Just bring your weight to the front foot and the back foot. Get used to moving the weight back and forth. Okay, we're gonna have a couple of minutes break. You're gonna drink a cup of tea. So we stand up. So breathing. Breathe out as you're sinking away. And then breathe in, energize the finger, and breathe out. Now this time, as you breathe in, again, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Now, as you're coming down, now turn to your right. So left hand is on top of the right hand as you're breathing in. So you breathe in, and then breathe out, lower yourself. And then turn to the left. And you do, as you're breathing out, you do diagonal flying. And then breathing here, breathe out here. So it will look like this. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, as you change to the other way, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Again, the other side, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now turn the other way. As you turn in towards the left foot, the right hand is on top. Breathe in, breathe out. I exaggerate. And then the other side, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's do it a couple more times. There's a lot of breathing in there. So breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Turn to your left. Breathe in, breathe out. Turn to the other right. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. You finish up wearing a moon like a cap. Again, one more time. Breathe in. And if I'm going through the 8 ways to graceful aging, remember the first movement was standing up position, wearing the moon like a cap. So knees bent, tailbone tucked in. Basically, these 8 ways, I found it quite interesting actually, the way he designed it. He's been taking you through step-by-step essence of Tai Chi. And the first one is standing up position, knees bent, elbow tucked in, chin is tucked in, hanging on a thread, hands sitting on beside you. And the second one is breathing. So you start with a shape of a heart on your belly. So as you drop your elbow, you breathe in into your belly. So remember, the belly fills up. As it's contradictory to what we're doing. The hands coming up, the belly has got to go down. And then 2 fingers connected, which is the middle finger and the ring. And then as you come down, so breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One more time. Shape of a heart. Breathe in, the 2 fingers connected, elbow drops. And breathe out, the fingers get connected. And then from there, it goes to the opening posture, which we have. So remember, whatever we do, this part of the hand sits on the arm. So here, this is sitting, resting. And then here, as we go down, it's still or connected to the. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and breathe out. And then we go to flying crane. Remember there are 8 of them. It's number 4. Flying crane. So you pump, you come up, and here, as you drop your arms, elbow, shoulder, wrist down. So remember, we're doing as less as possible, just to diffuse the gravity. There shouldn't be any more juice in your arms, in anything you do, just to diffuse the gravity. A crane standing on one foot as you pump. If you find it difficult to pull your too far up, just here it should be fine. Crane stand on one leg. And then fishing crane. So you go down to catch fish. And as you come up, you go down to catch fish. So ready? Catch fish. And then we're treading on the thin ice and walking on the frozen legs. So stand up, put your first foot forward, the right foot, heel, the ball of the foot, and the toes. And then shift your weight to the front foot. So these almost 90% of the front foot. Now lean back and place your left heel on the floor. So now you have really 100% here. So you can pick this up anytime you want. And then place this down. You listen. Is the ice breaking? Transfer the weight forward, 90, 100. Walking on a frozen leg, or walking on a thin ice. And we finally finish it with swan walk. So we turn to one side, so we practice this first. Rotating arms, holding the ball, whatever you may call it. But remember, in Tai Chi, although we say holding the ball, it doesn't finish there. As you're holding the ball, but you're moving to something else. So it's constantly moving. So that's one of the problems thing that I heard about this expression of holding the ball is it appears for the beginners that you're holding the ball like that. But it doesn't, because it moves to something else. So here you're holding the ball. And here, as I'm holding the ball, I move my weight to a turn, and then I pick up my foot. Put my foot down, turn. See my left toe is following me, and I pick up my foot. Place my foot down, change. See my toes is moving again. And I pick up my foot. Continue with this a couple of times. We try, as we go along, we try to make this standing on one foot longer and longer. Unless you have injury. Unless you're not sure about your balance, stay close to kitchen counter, have a chair behind you, protect yourself. So that's 8. Now, I introduced something in Monday class called teaching moments. And Anton and I, we had a great debate whether we should call it teaching moment or learning moment or what. But we decided on the teaching moment. And the idea is every week I change this. We look at the concept. This week, we're going to look at the pause. So, and then I'm going to practice in a moment in the form. So, you know, in the form we have that, and then ward off left. So here, it's like you're pressing the button on the video player, you pause. Then you check, is this hand soft enough, sitting on a cushion of air? Is this my lagoon point pointing out to my thymus gland? Is my thumbs relaxed? How much weight I've got on my left foot? Is my tailbone tucked in? Is my chin tucked in? So you pause and you evaluate where you are. Now we're going to do ward off right. Turn, step, then again you pause. How much weight is on my right foot? Is my back straight? My tailbone tucked in? Is my chin tucked in? Am I hanging up? So that's your pause button. So I would like you, when you practice your solo practice, invariably you do form or one, any of those, doesn't matter, brush, left knee and push. Pause. So pause for this week is your teaching moments. I hope this makes sense, but we're going to practice in our form. Attention, preparation, beginning. And that's your beginning. Ward off left. Now pause. Press the pause button. Ward off right. Roll back. Press and push. Remember, you have a middle hand. Push. Single whip. To the right, to the left. Pause. How much weight you got on your left foot? 70–80%. Arms is relaxed. He's not sloppy, he's not standing up, he's not just relaxed. Single whip. Lifting arms. Shoulder stroke. Wide crane. Brush left knee and push. Play guitar. Brush left knee and push. Step forward. Deflect downward. Intercept and punch. Clear your elbow. Withdraw and push. And crossing hands. Embrace tiger to the mountain. Roll back, press, and push. Single whip to the corner of the room. Punch under the elbow. Step back to repulse monkey. Don't step behind the other foot, step away from it. To the left. Diagonal flying. Wave your hands in a cloud. Elbow, yield, hook. Squatting single whip. Golden rooster standing on the left foot. Golden rooster standing on the right foot. Separating the right foot. Separating the left foot. Rush left knee and push. Needle in the C bottom. Iron fan penetrating the back. Turn your body. Chop and push. Step forward, deflect downward. Intercept and punch. You go, turn to the left. The left hand comes to the right hand. Kick with the heel. Rush right knee and push. Palm facing you. Palm parallel to the floor. Punch downward. Left finger in the palm of your right hand. And then grasping the sparrow's tail, which is ward off. Roll back. Press. And push. Single whip. Fair lady. To this corner. To this corner, where the lampshade is. To this corner. And finally, now turn to the left, both hands parallel to the floor, bring the right toes with you. Push down with the left hand, step, a ward off left. Grasping the sparrow's tail. Single whip. Squatting single whip. Step forward to 7 star. Step back to ride tiger. Lotus kick. Bend the bow to shoot the tiger. Step forward, deflect downwards, intercept and punch. Clear the elbow, withdraw and push. Crossing hand and completion. Now, the spiral. I face you first. Well, I'm not going very far from it because I know there's a bit of it which is very difficult. So here we go. We start from there. Turn your waist to the right. Take a step. Bring your heel down. Shift away to the left foot. And watch my body. It's just doing this. And then breathe in. Relax. Energize the finger and breathe out. Now, figure of eight. Turn to the left. Turn to the right. Sink to the right. Step with the left. Or off from left. So remember we talked about a number of times that you the practical application is when you want to turn right, you turn left first. And you have to, in a way, be doing it without even noticing it. So if I want to turn right, I have to sink here and then turn right. It naturally happens, but we're not paying attention to it. So let's go from here. We've done this. Relax, energize the finger and let it fall. Now, figure of eight. Bring the weight to the left foot. Bring the weight to the right foot. Open your toes. Sink the weight to the right foot because you're going to go to the left. Now you're going to turn and do a ward off. So sink to the right again. Again, just a little thing. This little thing. It's got a lot of spirals in it. So from here, sink to the left, to the right, sink to the right, step. Sink to the right more, ward off to the left. Now I want to do ward off right. Figure of eight, sink the way to the left foot, step with the right foot, ward off. Sink to the right, roll back. Now here it becomes tricky. You turn to the right, you do a ward off. You turn to the left, you do a ward off. Then meet this, with what do you call it, press. Then you press to the right as you're turning your waist to the right, of course, and then to the left. Bring your finger apart, left, right, push with the right, push with the left. That little thing has got a lot of spirals. But of course, if I do it in future on my own, you won't see me doing any of these. All you can see me doing this, that, probably. That's the most you can see. So it goes inside the body. So let's go from here again. Relax, energize the finger and let it fall. Figure of eight. Turn to the right, ward off left. Figure of eight. Turn to the right, ward off right. And then here, I go a bit more to the right. I close in my groin. And ward off left. And then I yield. Palms meeting, wrists are meeting. Press to the right, turn to the left. Ward off, push, push forward. One more time. So that would be a little exercise for you to practice the figure of eight thing you've been learning into the form. So here we go. From here, let me go back a bit because I want you to see my toes. Ready? Relax, energize the finger, and let it fall. A figure of eight. Left, right. Again. Figure of eight. Left, right. So you see how you're running into each other? Again. Left, right. Bring the weight to the right foot, sink to the right foot. Ward off left. Now again, we want to go to the right. We turn to the left first. Left, step. Ward off. Drop the left hand, sink the weight to the left foot, the left hand drops. And here, remember in normal time, we can just go to this. But now this time we yield, palms are meeting or wrists are meeting. You press it to the right, and then as the weight comes 70-80% to the right foot, you turn to the left, ward off, push with the right hand, push with the left hand. But these two, the two pushes so close to each other, is this. And then you sink to the right, single whip. Let's do it again. If you could practice this little bit on your own with your pause button on. So you can put your pause button, practice it here. Ready? From beginning. And here I do a little wiggle. So I'm turning to the left, but sinking to the right. To the left, to the right, sink to the right, ward off left. Pause. To the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, and then ward off, press and press. Sink to the right, single whip. Yeah? One more time for the road. You okay? You all okay? You standing? Yeah? Two. One more time from here. That's a little bit full of spirals. So here we go. Relax. Energize the finger. Let it fall. I'm exaggerating. Yield. Ward off, press. Yield. Push. Sink to the right, single whip. Okay, that's your practice for the solo practice. If you want to do that. And we do a heart salutation and we finish off. Ready? Reach out. Turn to the left. Turn to the right. To your danjian. Turn to the left. To your front heart. Turn to the right. To your front heart. Turn to the left, your danjian. The three heart connection, the three danjians are connected. And then you, on your left side, turn your heart inside out, offer it out, and connect it to your ancestor. On the other side. Exactly the mirror image of this side, the previous side. Now here you start with turn to the right, turn to the left, to your danjian. To the right, to the front heart, to the left, to the front heart, to the right, to your danjian. Three danjians. The heart inside out, and here I open up my palms slightly, change the meridian use, right toes to the corner, heels together. I must tell you, I practiced this in so many times. It is not easy to learn a little form here, a little form there. But the only way I can tell you is it takes place is by repetition. That's really the only time I can tell you. Well, have a good week.